Hey, good evening, good afternoon, college coaches. This is Coach Anthony Williams, founder and CEO of Connected Athletics. We are a new startup company based in Austin, Texas. We're focused on creating a technology platform that's going to allow student athletes to tell their story, to share their journey, and tell these coaches during this very interesting recruiting cycle that we're in, not only what kind of athlete they are, but who they are as a person, what their goals are for an education, for life after football, whenever that is. And so we're really excited to be giving these student athletes across the country a chance to share their story in their own words because they are more than a huddle video and a transcript. Before we get started with our guest tonight, I want to thank our sponsors. Go Edit Graphics, good friends of mine up in the Nebraska area. They do a great job of creating editing software that allows high school and college athletic departments do some outbound communication visually through these great dazzling graphics they have. They have player stats, they have schedule, any announcements or outbound communication from the athletic department, they have that. Happy birthday, messages from the coaches. They do a really good job of creating these really dazzling graphics. So shout out to my guys, Zach and his team up at Go Edit Graphics. Second sponsor, everybody loves wings, Buffalo Wild Wings, good friend of mine, Brian Soltis, the regional VP and GM, is a big supporter of high school sports, and they have stepped up to take another step in helping student athletes share their story. And then lastly, Epic. Epic is a new sports apparel company based in Houston, Texas. The CEO is a good friend of mine, Stefan Johnson. Epic stands for Every Play I Compete. You can find their inventory on I am Epic 24/7. They have they do uniforms, they do 7-on-7 jerseys, they do shirts and sweats and hats and gloves and masks and everything with a really interesting design style. So look them up as we move forward here if you're looking for some new gear. With all that said, let's get to the main reason why we're here, and that is to talk to this very talented cornerback who I just love watching his video. Michael Jordan is 5'10", 175 pounds, a great GPA. He's at one of the new high schools down in the Katy area, and I think I'm going to pronounce it right. He's at Paetow High School. Is that how you say it, Michael? Paetow High School. He's got great grades, first team all district, great transcript. Michael, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Man, I'm excited about hearing your story. I love allowing student athletes to tell their story because it does make a difference in the recruiting process. As I said in the intro, you're more than your huddle, you're more than your transcript, and you're more than a 40 time. I want to hear about you as a person. So let's just jump right in. First thing college coaches want to know about you, Michael, is your academics. You're rocking that strong GPA. Tell us about the importance that you put on your academics.
I try to focus very on my GPA and try to maintain a high GPA. I really emphasize the classroom. I try to be the best person in the classroom as much as I try to be on the field. Me and my parents take grades really serious because football can't last me forever. So I try to emphasize on my grades and keep really good grades.
Okay. What are some of your favorite classes that drive that great GPA you have?
My favorite class is English personally. I like just writing essays, be creative on paper, and just do everything I like and just on an essay.
Okay. There's not a student athlete who's successful in transitioning from high school to college who didn't have a little help along the way. Shout out a teacher, a counselor, a coach, an AP, maybe your principal. Who has had an impact on you academically that you'd like to shout out right now? Give us their name and tell us about them.
I have a lot of teachers. I like to say my history teacher, Miss Thomas, and my other English teacher, Miss Curtis. They all believed in me, helped me get my best grades. They wanted to be the best person I could be. It helped me along the way.
Okay, I like that. I like that you shout them out like that. Tell me, do you have I know you're 2 years away from college, but do you have an idea what you might want to major in when you get to the college level?
Yes, sir. I want to major in business management.
Okay.
And after I want to real estate, get to real estate business.
Okay. Be a big time real estate mogul, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Coaches want to know, Michael, when they recruit an athlete, they need to know their learning style. Tell these coaches in the classroom and on the field, what kind of learning style do you have? Are you more visual, more verbal, or more hands-on in your learning style?
I'm a more visual learning style. I like presentations, for example, or teachers just doing examples. And I like to see it before I do it and get a good example of it.
Does your learning style differ when you're in the classroom or when you're on the field or working out with your team?
It's pretty much the same thing. Whenever I ask coach for a drill, if I don't completely understand it, I might ask, "Can you just walk over it again, or just maybe demonstrate?" And I just that's how I learn more faster. I just like to see things with my eyes.
Yeah. Okay.
Instead of-
Not nothing wrong with that. So I can assume based on that learning style that you're a big film study guy. Do you study a lot of film on the receivers you're about to face each week?
Yes, sir. I do a lot of film. Me and my dad really watch film a lot, emphasize on film. I try to look at their strengths, their weaknesses, and what they like to do off the line or even how they are just blocking. Me and my dad usually watch film before every game, and we just study every receiver, every team before we play.
Great. That's awesome to hear. We're in this pandemic recruiting right now, Michael. As you know, college coaches can't be on campus yet, but we know that's going to open up. For a college coach that hasn't seen you in the classroom environment, if they were able to come by your school and see you in class, what are they going to see? Where are you sitting? How are you interacting with your teacher? Tell us a little bit about your body language in the classroom.
My body language in the classroom is really focused with a calm nature. I don't really say much. I just keep to myself in the classroom and just do what I have to do. I'll ask questions if I need to, and I just like communicating with my teacher. I don't like being lost, so I'll just do everything I can to just get a good grade or even just make a nice impression for my teacher.
I like it. Smart methodology there. Hey, let's switch over and learn about you personally and your family. Tell us about the Jordan family. What do your mom and dad do? What what are you an only child? Are you the youngest? You the oldest? Give us a little bit about your family background.
Oh, my family background, I come from a family of four. My little brother plays football also. He's 8 years old. And my dad played professional football for the Tampa Bay. He also went to college at Tulane University.
Okay. So it sounds like you guys are going to be vested very much in the Super Bowl coming up on Sunday, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good stuff. And you said are you the oldest of four, or are you the middle, or I know you said a younger brother.
Yes, I'm the oldest of four. I just have a
Te-
youngest.
Okay. Tell these coaches, I'm the youngest in my family, but what is it like having that pressure of being the best big brother you could be to your younger siblings? What's that like for you?
Uh, I don't really call it pressure. I just try to be myself and be around my brother and be comfortable. Because personally, I want to be the best example I can do for my brother. I want to teach him right and wrong and just set by example.
Okay. Well, I know you work out a lot in the off season right now, and I know you work hard during the season. But when you do have some free time, when homework's done and all the workouts are done, what do you like to do in your spare time?
I like to read, or if I can't even read or get my hands on a book, I'll just watch TV or watch Netflix with my family, or just go outside and throw a football with my little brother.
Okay, I like it. Um, Real quick, you know better than anybody that social media is a big part of recruiting. For any college coaches that have not visited your Twitter page yet, give them an idea of what kind of messaging, what kind of brand are you putting out there about yourself as a high school prospect.
Majority of my Twitter is just me working, me doing all my hard work or my accomplishments. I take pride in everything I post, or even just a little love that shows from my accomplishments. I'll retweet my teammates, give them love, and then I just have all my accomplishments.
Okay, I like it. There isn't a college student that doesn't love playing in front of a packed house on a Friday night. But we have to give back as student athletes. What is it you're doing to give back to your community? Are you involved in church? Are you involved in any nonprofits? What are you doing to give back to people that support you at Friday nights of the games?
Me and my high school would go to a grocery store, a local grocery store, and just help out the grocery store and do anything they want. Even us just cleaning up the parking lot or helping in the back. We just give out to the community and just set everything up for them and help the store because they do a lot
Okay.
for us.
One of the number one things college coaches want to know about prospects is who's going to be involved in helping you make your final decision on what school you're commit to. Who's that going to be?
Oh, my mom and dad, no
Okay.
question. My
Yep.
mom right there by me on signing day would be just right there helping me make that choice.
Michael, are you a Texas native?
Yes, sir. No,
Are
no,
you?
no,
Oh,
sir. From
okay. Where are you from?
Louisiana.
Okay. So leads to the second question. Are you open? Do you prefer to stay in state close to family? Or are you open to go anywhere in the country to go to school?
I'm open to go anywhere in the country in the school.
Okay.
Just who wants
All
me
right.
on.
Okay. One of my favorite questions, and I think college coaches like this also, is we all know, your dad knows, and I know as a former college and pro player, the game will come to an end one day. Michael, what do you want your life to look like when you are done with the game, whether it's after college or after a long career in the NFL? What is your life going to look like?
I want my life to be. I would like to be in the like real estate business. Like I said before, I want to try to do real estate, flip houses, and maybe just make profit out of anything and just be successful in that category.
Okay, I like it. I like that. Tell me about, I love this also. What's your favorite sports memory of yourself? Going all the way back to whether it's Pop Warner or track or basketball. What's a memory where you look back and go, you smile and say, yeah, I remember doing that? What's your favorite sports memory?
Probably my first interception on varsity.
Okay, tell us about that.
It was third down, momentum changer. Offense just fumbled the ball, and they got all the momentum. They're pushing on us. They're about to score. We're in the goal line, and third down. They try to run slant. I jump it, and I get the interception, and that just changed the whole momentum of the game. And we get back in the game and start just getting the momentum, and offense starts getting it together, and we end up winning the game.
You bring up a great point, and I know your father understands this. I also have a son that played DB, played at Texas, went on and played for the Buffalo Bills. Tell us about how you handle as a DB the highs and lows, and how you have to have a short memory. You can get beat one play, and the next play, like you just said, make a big play to turn momentum around. Tell us about that mindset of a elite DB and how you handle that.
Sometimes you're gonna get beat as a DB. Everything's not gonna go your way. So I just try to like forget everything because that's not gonna. I want that one play to define me as a player. I want to keep pushing and keep my head up because you don't know what's gonna happen next, a big play or a little. And I try to just encourage myself to keep going and just don't let no play ruin my game.
You are a wise young man and a wise DB. You have to be able to forget that last play because the next play could change the game. I love that your father has taught you that already. Hey, let's switch over as we finish up to recruiting. One of my other favorite questions, I have a lot of them, is how would your teammates and coaches describe you as a teammate?
They'll describe me as a good leader. I lead by example, but personally, I like picking up my teammates when things go bad. I don't want us to feel sorry for ourselves just because we let one bad play happen. I want everybody to just pick their head up and do it next time. Like one play doesn't define our game, so I try to pick up by example and just help everyone out and do what I can for the team.
I like it. That's a great response. Tell us as you're going into your junior year here, or you're actually going into your senior year. What do you consider your strengths, and what are some of the things you're going to work on as you go into your senior season?
My strength is my physicality on the ball, and I'm a I think I'm a really physical DB. I play to the ball, play full speed, but a weakness I think I have is maybe being a little over too aggressive. Just watching that sometimes.
Yeah, no, actually, my son was the same way, and I will tell you this, and maybe your dad has also told you, it's easier to tell a player to back it down a little bit than tell them to ranch it up a little bit. So I have no problem with a player saying sometimes I'm too aggressive. Any coach in the country where they have that issue, they're trying to find a way to amp up your competitiveness, and so that is not a bad thing at all. Tell me a little bit about, do you? They always put players in two different types of buckets: those that love to practice and then play in the game, and then some of those players that you probably know who just want to show up Friday night and play. Which one are you?
I love to practice. I love to prepare myself. I personally believe in you practice how you play. If you have a bad practice, then that's just how it's gonna play in the
Yeah,
game. But if you study, watch film, and have a good practice, I feel like you're just gonna set yourself up for a gig.
yeah. No, you so get it. You're so mature. I get that. Hey, do you have a favorite college or pro defensive back that you kind of pattern your game off of? Who is that?
Uh, I would like to say I personally like to reflect my game off of Jalen Ramsey.
Okay.
I just I like the way he plays, how he's physical in the game, and then how he has that swag and that confidence.
Yeah.
Personally, like that just confidence he has in himself.
I'm sure you would agree with this statement, but I'd love to hear your response. As a DB, do you think it's mandatory that DBs have a little swag to them and have a short memory in order to be an elite DB?
Oh, DBs have to have a lot of swag. I feel like you can't have that mentality. You have to have the mentality. I'm not gonna back down to no one. So you gotta let them know, like, yeah, I'm here. It's you just have to have swag with it and a bunch of confidence. You can't play scared.
That's true. We talked earlier, one of your teammates and one of our former guests, KJ Drewhill, got another offer day from Air Force. You're at one corner, you're really good. He's at another corner. I've seen him, he's really good. What's it like to play with another elite DB and just lock receivers down each Friday night?
Oh, well, playing aside KJ is really awesome experience. I know personally I don't have to worry about nothing on that side. I know he's gonna lock what he has to do and he's gonna really be a good teammate and do what he has to do for the team. I know KJ is gonna work hard and be the best teammate he can be and no doubt I know he's gonna do his job and he's gonna play his role.
Yeah, absolutely. Michael, tell me, when was the moment that you knew I'm playing this game at the college level? When did you have that moment where you knew, like, hey, I'm going to be recruited and I'm playing this game in college?
Um Once I started, so I went through a lot of adversity just growing up. I broke my leg twice, and then
Wow.
and so that really like made me work hard. Like it made me do a bunch of things that I never knew I could do, and I just saw all my friends playing, and you're just sitting on the sideline, which like that sucks. Nobody wants to just be sitting on the sideline. So that made me work really hard that I never did. It made me push myself, and then it just once I knew I wanted to play in the colleges, when I saw the lights, the fans, just
Hmm.
going to my first game, I wanted to do that. Like I knew I wanted to be like the next person to be up next.
Okay. Well, you're obviously a good athlete, good size, good speed. Do you play any other sports at Paetow High School?
Yes, sir. I run track and I
Okay.
do and I long jump.
Okay. You say you do the sprints? What are some of your events?
I run the 400.
Okay. Ooh. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I hear players talk about I run the one and the two, and it's impressive. But as a former track guy, my wife being a track athlete, when you're in the 400, man, that's a different level. People don't know how hard it is to run the 400, and don't even get me started on the 800. So I respect you on running that 400. Hey, as we finish up here, and you talked a little bit about it already. Tell me, how do you define leadership, and how do you plan on leading next year as a senior?
I define leadership as just leading by example. I've defined that you do things right and other people is gonna follow you. You be verbal and people might just listen to you. You're just doing things right and doing what's best for the team instead of doing what's focused on yourself.
Yeah.
I try to be the best leader I can be and just lead everybody by example and do everything I can do right personally.
Okay. Tell us, what kind of athlete are you? Which player are you in pregame? Are you the one that's getting hyped up and music going on and bounce around the locker room? Or are you the guy in the corner that's kind of going over the different coverages in the game plan? Which player are you?
I'm that guy in that corner that's be focused, calm to myself.
Yeah.
I try to just picture the game before it happens, and I might watch a little film before and just listen to my music and just get in my own zone and focus up.
Okay, I like it. Tell me, as we finish up here, the most important thing that every college coach tells me is they love coaching competitive players. Take this time to tell these coaches what kind of competitive spirit you have as a player.
Oh, when I do everything, I try to be first in everything. I don't I don't want nobody to do anything better than me. I want to try to be up there with them or even do it better than them. I personally I don't I want to outwork everybody who's in front of me. I'm a I'm gonna just do everything I can to be the best person I can be.
Yeah. It's great every time I ask that question, players tell me how competitive they are, and I love the response. But we all know nobody in playing football has ever gone undefeated, has never had a loss. How do you handle a loss? Everybody knows winning is easy, and it's not easy, but it's a different mentality when you win. Tell us what kind of player you are when you have a tough loss. How does that drive your preparation for the following week?
It makes me work harder and it wakes me up like we have to do better next week. It makes me think about and what we have to do better and what we can learn from. And that's how I really just take a loss with my team and just tell them what things we can do better and what we just need to work on instead of getting mad. We can learn from it. Just make sure I'm
Okay.
doing it.
Tell us, Michael, what is your relationship like with your position coach, with your DB coach? Tell these coaches, how do you guys interact? How do you communicate? What's that relationship like?
I have a good relationship with my DB coach. He knows that he personally, I feel like he could put all his trust in me and go in the big game and make a play. I I trust him. I know he's not gonna put me in a bad position or a
Mm-hmm.
bad situation to make anything, and we just both have a strong relationship and that we can trust each other.
Okay, great stuff. All right, last question. I'll let you get back to your night here. We talked about the elevator pitch earlier. Take this time right now, look in the camera, tell these college coaches that will watch this video why they should recruit you and what you're going to bring to their program, both academically and on the football field.
Academically, I make sure I keep my grades up. I know football's not gonna take me forever. I'll make sure my grades are good and the best they can ever be. And football wise, I'm gonna be a leader and I'm gonna be the workman. If I know I can work, I'm gonna go head to head with them. I'm gonna be the fierce person. I'm gonna try my everything, my best to do what's right for the team and make the team first.
It's good stuff, man. Well, hey, I'm excited about following you through the rest of the recruiting cycle and going into next season. Consider me a resource. If you need anything, get in front of schools. I'm obviously going to send out this recording to schools all across the country. I think it'll definitely help you like it did KJ. But if you have any questions, you or your dad, please reach out to me. And man, have a great rest of your night, and we'll see each other soon. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, Michael. Thanks.